Hello, my friends. Welcome into the December analytics ramble thing. It is going to be a little rambly, so if you're not a fan of that, feel free to move on and watch something else. But I do commit to my community. I've done this every month, and I'm going to talk about the channel and talk about me and what's going on and all that kind of stuff. And unrelated to this, but quasi-related, I guess, is like the last 30 days or so just haven't been great personally. And it's nothing like my family's good, everything's good, like relationships are good, like nothing like that. So everything's, at the end of the day, everything's just fine. But like, as many of you know, I think I talked about this in the last video. It's like my wife had leg surgery. And that actually took a lot more out of me than I was anticipating. I'm really glad I spent some time in advance of that, like recording a ton of content that you've been watching, or you should have been. And I'm really glad I did that because it gave me some downtime over the holidays that I really needed. Like I had some anxiety, like anytime that someone that you love is being knocked unconscious so that someone can cut them open in places and stuff. You know, that causes some anxiety, even if it's like a run of the mill surgery. So then we had that. Then we had the holidays. And a pro tip: when you're holding your 2-year-old and she looks at you and she coughs because she's sick, you just accept your fate that you're going to get sick. So I have really been sick since the week of Christmas, and I'm recording this on January 10th. And that is getting old. I'll be honest with you. Like real old is how that's getting. Because that's like 2 weeks. And I went to the doctor, I went to the, the clinic and the pharmacy, and they're like, yeah, you have a sinus infection, and they gave me some antibiotics, and that's fine. But it's like, I want to like be that guy, right? Like in my head, I'm that guy. Like on January 1st, boom, hitting it. Like we're coming into 2019. We're going to kick butt and take names like Duke Nukem. I'm here to kick butt and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum or whatever whatever he said. And these antibiotics have put me on my tail because it's essentially like I can have something an hour after I take it. Like I can eat something an hour after I take it. But if I eat, I have to wait 2 hours, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Like I eat dinner and I have to wait 2 hours, and I take it and then I have to wait again, and it jacks up my stomach. Like it just doesn't feel good. And that's made it hard. That and this, the coughing and the clearing my throat. And there are going to be times in the upcoming episodes that you're going to watch where I've done that, and I try and mute and I try and cover, and I'm sorry. I want to put out content. I do love doing this. And man, it has just put a damper on things. So I want to say thank you if you are one of the 19,260 people that watched my content in December, which is still a crazy number to think about it. I'm trying this year to not be super focused on the numbers. Like that's not as high as I'd want it to be, right? Coming off of the launch of FM19. The holiday revenue isn't as high as I'd want it to be, but like I just can't focus on that. So all I'm going to focus on is putting out good content. And what I'm kind of frustrated with myself about is I'm paying for Adobe Creative Suite, and I really don't use it to even like a 1/10 of 1% of its capabilities. And I would like to learn how to do that. So if you know anything about that and have tips or like tutorials I should watch, leave a comment and let me know. Thing you'll notice here, kind of stands out. Subscribers, huge drop, 119. What happened on December 12th? You must have made people mad. No, YouTube had a banner up here for a while. It said they were cleaning out bot accounts. And so I apparently had 119 bot accounts following me, which at the time I'd done the math was about 2.5% of my subscribers. So it's really not that big of a deal. But that's kind of why that drop happened. Everything else is going well. Average view duration is up. Quite a lot really compared to like last year as a general rule. Like last year was more like 8, maybe 9 minutes. Now I'm doing longer episodes, and I've kind of gone like, I know some people like 10-15 minute episodes. I prefer doing extended highlights, 2 games usually, or like a lot of talking about the team and then a game in an episode. And that has meant like my episode duration, like the average episode length, is longer, which then obviously is going to impact how much you watch. But I'm thankful because 43% is pretty good. Man, if we broke 50%, that'd be absolutely insane. But the fact that we're at 43% on longer videos, and that means 10 minutes and 55 seconds, I just want to say thanks. I'm really thankful for you. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do this probably more than once. I owe a gigantic apology to a patron who, if you watch all the way to the end of my videos, you know I put up the patrons that are supporting me, and he's been supporting me, I think, since October or November. And I apparently, because I count, I've got 37 patrons right now, and I count on that thing. Go like, okay, and I like compare and contrast to a list, and apparently I have 37 somehow on the list, but he's not on there. So that means I have somebody else I should have taken off. So Ronald Lepers, thank you for your support, dude. I'm sorry. You're gonna feature at the beginning of the next episode as well, like a text image. So I'm sorry. That's my bad. Like, it's just like stuff like that, right? Like, that's, hopefully Ronald doesn't think that's a massive deal, but to me it's a massive deal. And it's just like, it kind of goes along like with the last 30 days. I just feel like I'm off my game a little bit. But I'm excited about the series. I finally have a database for the American Rescue series. So what I'm trying to do right now is get content cranked out for Eren Go Bra, work on the FM19 experiment, and then work on that series. And I want to do it in that order. My goal is to launch both of those on February 1st. And that is like, okay, I just put my flag in the ground and I've got to do it. So however you can help me do that, which is really just being like the awesome viewers you are. If you're in the Discord, say hi back. Hey man, keep it up. You know, don't just do that with me. Do that with all the creators you love. For a lot of people, not necessarily me, I do get this a little bit. For a lot of people, January, like December and January are really tough times. And if you enjoy somebody's content, you got to let them know. And that's not me being like, become my patron, you know, bye, whatever. I'm not saying that. Like, if you're not a patron of mine, cool. If you like my content, it is just as meaningful if you come and like, you are a regular commenter. And we've got that going on this series right now where like people are popping in and be like, hey, this is awesome, or I'm enjoying this, or have you thought about that? And there's like legitimate things, or I haven't thought about it. That's really helpful. Thank you for doing that. So I just want to share that with you. That, like, this is what's going on. We could take a peek at January. Look at that. Average view duration 1207, 44%. Again, that's probably, we got some longer videos, and that's only through the 9th. And that, even the 9th sometime, that's not even 100% right. So, you know, we're a third of the way through the month, and we're, looks like it's, I mean, it says it's gone up, but if you do the math, it's about the same. So that's why I'm hoping to get those two new series cranked up for you. I just want to feel better. Like, when I record a lot right now, my throat gets really dry and it starts to hurt. That happens. I'm trying. So I hope you understand. I'm sure you do, but as a creator, sometimes you get this like creator guilt where you're like, I have told my patrons I'm going to do this experiment, and like, it's not my fault. Like, I haven't intentionally not been creating content. I just don't feel good, but that sucks. You know, like, I want to feel good and I want to put out good content, and I'm not doing either of those things right now. I mean, hopefully you think Eren Go Bra is good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting out new stuff. So that's what's going on. Thanks for your support, Ronald. I'm sorry, man. That's going to bother me for a while. So I'm going to fix it, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.